Subsidy removal not included in my inaugural speech. President Tinbu. Was it not the same thing that Rufai Oseni of the Arise TV said a day after the inaugural day? After May, I think on May 30th, he said this particular thing, that he went through the speech of the president and there was no place that was written subsidy is gone, that the president made a mistake, that it was not on his speech, that he should stay totally to script. And people were insulting Rufai on the comment section. Nothing they no call am, nothing they no tell am. He dey always find fault. He dey always wetin be business. Why is he saying things wey no happen? See some of the comments where they tell Rufai that particular day. You people feel that maybe Rufai doesn't know what he's doing, Abi. Some people feel Rufai doesn't know what he's doing. Una see am now. I mean, he was right. He said he was not there, that he got to the podium and he was possessed. He was possessed with courage. He was possessed with courage like Tinbu. He's fearless. He was fearless and said, subsidy is gone. The spirit go enter you one day. God, they say, Biafra, come, go. Rufai told him, stay total to message. Put your face on waiting they write for you before you go.
I discovered that there was nowhere in the speech it was written for the president's subsidy gone. So I am sure what he was doing was, while he was reading the teleprompter, at some point he decided to ad-lib. So he ad-libbed subsidy gone. So I think his handlers, number one, need to tell him to stay totally on message. So in the original speech released, subsidy is gone was not in that speech. But it is obvious that he ad-libbed. In fact, let me tell you the part he ad-libbed in that speech. He ad-libbed the part that he said there's no subsidy provision in the budget. That part was not even in his speech. So truth has to be said. One, he should please stick to the script. Stay on message totally.
Now Rufai and Ruben they come begin analyze everything that happened that when he went to France. From there he went to London. That the president chickened out. His name was part of the persons that will give speech when he went to France. The president chickened out. Say he no dey give. He can't chicken out, can't appoint. Can't appoint person. Say go. But what do you expect? President will not do presidential debate. He refused to go to any both channels, both Arise, both NTO. He refused to speak to anybody. What do you expect? That he's going to go there and talk? We are used to appointing. He's always appointing people, even in Chatham House. That he was supposed to tell us what he's going to do for us. He appointed. So we are not surprised. It's possible that we can still be seeing this appointment. Go and do this. At the end of the day, you will take glory.
Wrote, successfully outing. He traveled all the way from Nigeria to France just to attend banquet and eat. He even hung around until the summit was over to snap pictures. This is so embarrassing. A first summit for that matter. He was even given a slot, but he chickened out at the last minute. Well, Nathan wrote, does a president of a country have the right to privacy when using taxpayers' money? Don't we deserve to know what he is going there for? Well, Nefertiti wrote, 3 speakers of Nigerian descent were scheduled to speak. Tinbu, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, and Akin Adesina. They had different topics. Tinbu chickened out at the last minute. Nigerian ambassador had to represent him in a live session. So Tinbu could not deliver a keynote address or a closing remark. Well, she further stated that how is snapping photos with Nigerians in Paris any type of achievement? Senegal and Zambia already struck deals to restructure their $6.3 billion debt. at the summit. So I need to start seeing the benefits of Paris' trip to Nigeria. Did we sign any bilateral or multilateral deals? Well, during the summit, an interaction between Kenyan President William Ruto and French President Emmanuel Macron about the need for global taxation went viral. The Kenyan president called for a new financial architecture where power is not left in the hands of a few people.
We need a financial transaction tax at a global level where even countries like Kenya pay. We do not want anything for free. You will pay more eventually because you have a bigger economy. We will pay commensurate to our economy. And we want those resources controlled not by IMF and World Bank. Because IMF and World Bank, you have the final say. We don't have no say. We want another organization of equals, where you have as much say because you pay, as much as we do because we also pay. That's the organization we are looking for. And that is why we are saying we need a new financial architecture where governance, where power is not on the hands of a few people.
Well, you know, Rufai, Dr. Abati, Nigerians are waiting to see, a video clip like this from President Bola Ahmed Tinbu. I guess that's where the outrage is. I mean, I don't know if we have that video. I haven't heard anything from their handlers at this point. But another story that was going out there on social media was the fact that he was also scheduled to speak. I believe it was at the Ensuring More Reliable, Comparable Information and Data Summit, and he was absent there. So, I mean, you can understand why people are outraged as well. People are outraged at the fact that the president traveled to London after that summit. Rufai.
I think part of the president traveling to London after the summit, I'm really iffy about that, because he said he was going to return earlier and all of a sudden then to London. He should remember that once you become president, people will hold you accountable. And secondly, he also missed a great opportunity to speak on behalf of Nigeria. And we want a leader that has that oomph to push and negotiate when things are being talked about on the table. Look at what Ruto was talking about. He was talking about something germane for Africa. But anyway, the argument I will make is Ruto fails to understand a very interesting Yoruba adage that says, what it means is if the child is not strong enough to hold the butt of a knife, you can't ask who killed your father. Africa will always be shortchanged except our leaders do right for Africa.
Well, that is why he's asking for a separate financial architecture where they'll all have a say.
You don't ask for it. You take it. How do you take it? You take it with economic empowerment of your continent. Look at what Modi is doing in America. Signing deals. America welcome Modi because they respect him, because they see India as a veritable partner. The West doesn't still see us that way because we're not pushing our weight in terms of economic development. And that's why, rather than just asking, nothing will happen. But I'm happy about other African leaders. I would have wished that our own leader, made those bold statements. Look at the likes of Hichilema of Zambia. Look at the things they were able to say. And that's why we keep calling on effectiveness on our electoral process. And it goes a long way. Secondly, all of the talk about, it didn't take pictures, it took pictures. We don't need that controversy. No. What we need is how our leaders can go out there, represent our country, get more deals into the country, and give him the support and give him the criticism when necessary. It's as simple as that. I'm also very happy that at a time like this, Nigeria is shining like a million star. You had the president of Africa Development Bank Nigerian. You have the World Trade Organization chairman, DG Nigerian. And these people went out there to make us proud. Our president who had his time in the sun in Paris. But what we're saying is, the unseen words, the most deals that are done by the words not said. The interactions, the things you can do, sitting on panel, announcing that Nigeria is here and being able to get deals in. But except Africa stands tall on its own, we'll never be able to get anything done. I remember something. I thought, this was what I remembered I wanted to say. I think the president should not have gone there to say that he reneged against his aides and he decided to announce subsidy is gone. Mr. President, you don't know the hardship you caused a lot of people by not listening to your aide. You have no idea the pain a lot of people have been plunged in. I know it's courage, but courage without planning is dangerous.
All right.
Because it plunges people into untold hardship and the economy has not recovered from it. I don't think it's right to have been able to say that. I think it should have been thought through. Not now thinking of a palliative after
All right.
it's been done. Even as everybody criticized Jonathan and said Jonathan was terrible and all of that, Jonathan still planned for palliative before he removed subsidies. I don't think it's right on the suffering people,
All right.
and it's an indictment and it's painful for them.